Hey everybody, how's it going everybody? Falcon Ash K here, welcome back to my channel. It has said I'm on live. I am live, means I'm live. Again, my microphone seems to be low. I don't know if it's this mic or if it's this mic. Sorry about that close up. So anyway, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Falcon Ash K. I am talking about board games, Disney stuff, and other nerdy stuff. So, the story today is what's dropped, what's new, what's happening, what's new in my life. First of all, we're going to do some shout outs. I got a program here. So, right now, the program. So, shout out to Hasna, shout out to Manika, shout out to Sam N. She's holding that place up together. Shout out to Jonathan and Will. You know who they are. Naoka, Gina, and the boys. Got to throw them in there. They always love watching my stuff. Brant and Larry for holding up the portal at the Portal store in Manchester, where I usually frequent, but lately not. All right, so what have I been playing? I've been playing a lot. I've been playing so much. So I'm going to do this probably about an hour. If you guys want to chime in, or if you have any questions and you're not here live, comment down below. That's what the comment section is. Today's coffee is going to be brought to you by Maxwell House. Disney. I love Disney. Goofy. Favorite character? That's the question. What have I been playing? Playing as of late, Microchap RPG. I've been playing, that includes the sci-fi stuff. We went up to the Cape one time. I brought that with me. You need 2 dice. You need a notepad. You need graph paper. Let me know if you can hear me, if you're live. I can see someone probably in there. I've been playing Buffy the Vampire Legendary, along with Big Trouble in Little China Legendary. Look up the camera. And these are both deck building type games. You start out with 5 heroes or 3 heroes if you're playing solo. Basic deck of a hand of cards of at least 10, and you are building them up through a hero deck that's being displayed on the bottom of the screen, bottom of the playmat, and you will recruit them, battle bad guys and stuff like that. Phenomenal. Railroad Inc. I've been playing that lately. Railroad Inc. I got the blue edition, I got the red edition, I got the green challenge edition, which has challenge cards in it. You're rolling these funky dice. Let me open it. People who work better with visuals. So this is a player board. And what you're doing is you're going to roll dice. You're going to use dry erase marker. And mark on the map. You can play us up to 6 players of the base game, I think. Yes, 6 players base game. And with the blue edition, it includes your basic dice that you're going to be rolling. Those are roadways and railways. I can speak. And the challenge dice are going to be rivers and lakes. And you got plenty of dry erase markers, again, for 6 players. If you want to play up to 8, get 2 sets, or you can combine it with the red set. The red set has meteorites and lava, and you don't have to play it that way. You can play with basic dice. I also have the green challenge edition, which is the lush green, and you're making trees and forest vegetations, something like that, to just amp up the game. I also have 2 expansions, the Eldritch and the Arcade. So you can have tentacles on the board. You can have bad things, portals, Pac-Man, not Pac-Man, and just roll the dice. After 7 rounds of play, add up the score, and that's your final thing. Magnetic lock box, easy storage. Yeah, I can play that. What else is on the list? I brought visuals with me just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Like I said, people like visuals. Here we go. I'm leaning on my World of Warcraft cookbook, which is what I also purchased recently with the Galaxy's Edge cookbook, made by the same author, which is Chesley Monroe Kessel. See, I can butcher names too. Do that. If you guys want more light, I can do that too. Actually, if you're not here, then you can't see. Phenomenal cookbook. I was going to make the banana bread in there, but I has also got other banana bread online. People enjoyed my banana bread when I took it home. Took it to work. What else? Sprawlopolis. I've been playing a lot of solo games lately. As of April of 2020, something happened. Really. I don't know what it was. So I've been able to play solo games. Also in December, I moved into this new house. I'm hearing squeaky noises. It's a question. Ah, squeaky noises coming from here. Talking about new houses, right? So I moved in December. Sorry, off topic. I'll get back to this list. In December, it was cold. Wife came down with the life partner that I'm married to came down with COVID. So I had to move the rest of the stuff in a U-Haul truck by myself. I took photos. Look on my Facebook, Falcon Ash K. Look it up on Facebook. And so yeah, we moved in December, and it was cold. I forgot where I was going. Couldn't play games. There you go. Got a couple Calic shelves, as you can see. Put them up myself. Got the Warriors. Got my Dice Masters over here. Other games. Level 7 Omega Protocol expansion, which also has a Level 7 Omega Protocol is in the high command box, because when I purchased it on eBay, the box was busted. So I put it in here. Excellent game. Dungeon crawling, delving type game. Played with friends. I got my cute Queen games. Look on Amazon once in a while. They will give you $10 for a Queen game. You gotta be there, be square. Anyway, so I moved, put up myself, put up a basement, big table, plenty of Calic shelves, 300 plus games, 400, and expansions. So I have plenty of place to play now. What was I playing? I've been playing Sprawlopolis, city building game you can play by yourself or with other players. Cooperative. 18 cards in the set. It is made by, I forgot who was the designer, but it's put out by Button Shy Games. Also along with that was Circle Wagons, which you can buy from another company besides Button Shy Games. Catan the Dice game. I've never played the actual Catan, but Catan the Dice game. You are rolling dice using the wheat, wood, brick, building roads, building other things along the way. Yahtzee. I have played Yahtzee for the first time as itself. I don't think I played it as a child. I played a lot of Boggle as a child and Strategories and stuff. But Yahtzee, I got Friday the 13th dice, and I played that with my wife. And I also got Scooby-Doo and some other set dice. Oh, it comes in you can't see him. He's over there. Claptrap. I'll go get him. Why not? Because I can do this. Claptrap opens up. He is actually a Yahtzee box. He comes with Borderlands dice. So you get the Borderlands dice, chunky dice. You got the Scooby-Doo dice. I never knew my wife was a Scooby-Doo fan until she's a Scooby-Doo. Anyway, Friday the 13th dice. Each side has special things. I can't do Claptrap's voice very well. So I got that. Yeah, so I went online. I got some actual Yahtzee. It says Yahtzee pad. So I've also got a laminator. I love my laminator because I buy a lot of print and play games. You can buy them, print them, and laminate them. And then you can have them forever. Play games with them. Yeah, that volume on my microphone is pretty low. Let's see if I can turn it up. Is that a little better? I got no feedback in the comment section over here, so I gotta just guess what I'm doing. So when you guys come on and see, hey, what's going on here? I don't know because nobody's giving me no feedback. Anyway, so you'll see this in post. Pardon my Slurpee. What else? Oh, another time we went to the Cape, I brought Mysterium. Mysterium, a clue-like game. You're finding out who did it, what room, what weapon. But you are playing as a ghost with tarot cards that have pictures on them. The ghost can't say anything, and he has to hand out the cards to other players. And they have weird pictures on them. I could do this too. Oh, I could do this all night long. I'm doing solo. I'm doing solo. I'm doing solo. I'm doing solo. Not there. Can you still see me? Yeah, this is another bookshelf over here with all sorts of games. One, two, three, four, five. Bunch of couch shelves. I love my job. All right. Mysterium, also known as Kashon, I don't know, in Czechoslovakian or Polish. Polish, that's what it was. The rules were a little simplified, I think, in this one. Save your box, boys. Nothing escapes. It's a visual clue. That's what it is. It's a visual clue. So you have a screen that the ghost hides behind. Inside he puts the actual whodunit, because that's what he wants you to solve. Did I say the ghost can't say anything? Yeah, the ghost has been murdered in this weird house. And they don't know who did it. And everybody that comes to the house are psychic in some way. And they have to find clues. That's not the clues. This is the house where the crime has been committed. And these are the do it the other way. These are the cards. So they have random pictures on them. And then the player, look at that. It's a floating house with a duck, something. No, it's a moose head, cow head skull. So the players look at these pictures and they have to deduce what the ghost is trying to tell them. Imagine that. That plays up to 7 players very nicely. You can play 2 players too, having multiple multiple. This is multiple. Watch out. Multiple people who've done the crime, and then the player who is opposite of the ghost is having to try to figure out which cards go with who. I have all the expansions, which there's only 2. Gives you tons of more clue cards, more victims? No, more criminals. Not criminals, you know what I'm saying. But you don't know who did the crime until the end. If you have little tokens that you put on the actual crime scenes of your color. If you find out if you're right, you will go up on a psychic track. At the end of the 3 rounds of finding out where, who, and what weapon, you will get points, and other people you will be able to see more clues than the other players. And then you have to deduce who the final killer is. Phenomenal. My 2 nephews wanted to play as the ghosts after I played as a ghost. I think I play as the best ghost. But that's Lulabelle? Yeah. Mysterium. It says 2 to 7 players, 42 minutes. Depends on the ghost. What else? X-Wing. Nephews came over the other day. Pretty much everybody's got shots in the family. Shots. Anyway. And we played X-Wing. I played as the Scum and Villainy. My nephew C played as the Imperials with Darth Vader and a TIE Punisher and whatever. An extra TIE fighter. He was upset that they didn't have enough hits, but they are fast. TIE fighters are fast. And then my nephew E played as the Rebels. So he had Luke Skywalker with R2-D2. He had another X-Wing pilot and the Millennium Falcon piloted by Chewbacca. Don't make me do it. My little rant about how people don't know how to do Chewbacca's voice except for in all the movies. Like I said I wasn't going to do it, and I'm doing it. Chewbacca doesn't sound like a machine gun ever. He's a combination of different I think it's a mountain lion, a camel, and a bear. So he's like that kind of thing. That's Chewbacca. Not oh, that's my best Chewbacca. Anyway, off subject. Oh, all right. After that, what do we got here? That's what I've been playing lately. I've been playing a little more than that because I have other solo games. Oh, I never really went. Oh, Microchap RPGs. They are single books. Buy them on Amazon for like $5 or go to the website, download it, print it out yourself, however you want to do it. You need 2 6-siders of notepad and the rules. Create your own superhero. Create your own hero of a dungeon crawler. You roll the dice and you generate the dungeon, go through, fight monsters, level up, get treasure, go back to town, heal yourself up, go back into the dungeon. There are so many books, like the other group of books that are doing the same thing, which is 4 Against Darkness, but you're making 4 heroes of your choice. Dungeon delving. It's a solo game, so you can play as much as you want, level up, buy other books. There's stacks of books available for you on Amazon if you wish to purchase it there, or you can go to the website. Just type in Microchap book RPG. I also play the science fiction version, which I played on a derelict ship that had been abandoned, and there was alien eggs. It says xenomorphs and stuff like that, and I was fighting them. They didn't shoot acid at me, but that was so epic, so epic. Um, what else? Recent purchases and Kickstarters. Here's the list, kids. Here's the list, kids. I'm going to read it to you, and you're going to like it. Small World of Warcraft. Now, I've never played Small World, and Small World of Warcraft, since I used to play World of Warcraft so often, leveled up to level 85 warrior, but apparently lately they've reduced people in levels. So last time I logged on, he was level 27. So people that were like 150 level max are now at like 90. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. They've just reduced a lot of stuff. I haven't gone on lately. Yeah, I wish somebody was in the chat to tell me if I can see me. Anyway, on with this. All right. So I've got that. I went to the Portal store. My favorite store in P-Town, Provincetown, Massachusetts, is called Puzzle Me This. Go up there once. It's an amazing store. I saw it in there. My wife helped me out with the purchase, and I have not played it yet because it's not a solo game. All right, what else? Tentacle Town Kickstarter. Actually, I'll start from the top and work my way down. All right. Kickstarter movie niche or cliches. I don't know why I said niche. There's another thing on sorry if you heard that. I didn't mean to have it like that. All right. So you get a box of cards with animations. Yeah, I'll just grab a whole handful just for hoo-has and giggles. Hoo-has and giggles. So it tells you the type of movie that you're going to be watching. Throw in a movie you've never seen before, which is cool. You can throw in a movie you've never seen before. Other people have you've seen it. I don't know, whatever. So there's comedy, there's horror, there's science fiction, and fantasy. Is that upside down? There you go. Yeah, science fiction and fantasy. So you turn them over. You dish out how many cards. It can do anything you want. You can dish out the cards before the movie starts, and anytime something in the movie happens, flip it over, get a point. Or you can put it out as like a bingo thing, and then people can see it happen on the screen. They can grab it. They get a point. So you're playing a game while you're watching a movie. Or suggestions in the rule book say that you can be one person, pass out the cards in the center of a table, and the people have to guess what movie you're trying to say. That kind of thing. Yeah, so that's one of the Kickstarters, all the way from Germany, I believe. Deutschland itself, Anna Maria Jung and Jorsha Saucer. Can I do this? Yeah, so they're the two designers of the game and artwork. I believe he's the main designer, though. All right, and then over here. Oh, I was talking about Legendary before. You can see I'm all over the place with this thing. Legendary, Big Trouble in Little China. The playmat is not in there. But I also got Legendary cards for Marvel and other games that are Legendary. So I got this box of chock-a-block full. I sleeve all my cards. Yes, I do. That way, a couple of years from now, or water something, people greasy fingers, I can just switch out the sleeves. Don't you dare. Buffy, Legendary. Also plays similar to that. All the legendary systems pretty much the same, but this introduces light and dark. So certain characters are affected by light, vampires, and dark, vampires. And you get special bonuses. When I was playing a solo, which has the rules in here, and that's the inside Buffy. So I have plenty of cards. This is it's cool because the box is big enough. It's got the playmat in there. Basic legendary playmat. Set it up based on the cards that you're using. In the center row, where it says Sunnydale, on a marble card, a marble that has different streets and stuff like that. Down where it says library is where the heroes spawn, and then you can purchase other heroes from the hero deck, allied deck, the villain's deck. Sorry, villain deck is over there. And they will work their way over through the town and then escape. But you have to fight them off. And sometimes there's also bystanders. Bystanders? Oh, they're just bystanders. Bystanders. Yeah, I don't know how to say that right. Anyhow, they will sometimes be kidnapped by the villains. And yeah, that's my other thing. I lost my one viewer. Oh no. Or they've gone AFK. Not keeping this stream very educational, that my kids. At least it's not like my other stream that I had for a live stream. I was using my laptop and not so good internet. Actually, I was sounding normal. My motions were not. Small rule book, plenty of cards to use, customize your own decks. There's schemes and plots that you have to go around to win the game. Oh, all right. Back to Kickstarters and games I purchased. Zoography, the card game, came with Zoography, the game. There was another box that came with this, but this is the bigger box that we are allowed to have. We were given something to do with the extra storage in this box and extra card game. We're all part of a big bundle, which is cool. Oh yeah, I just noticed. Okay, so over there, I am putting up my GameCube, which my nephew's like, GameCube? What kind of GameCube is that? Those are the controllers for it. And we can play Smash Brothers Melee. Anyway, back to this one. There's the designers right there. That way I don't mess up any kind of pronunciation. I just heard a lot of rattling and stuff like that because that's what rattling does. You are designing your own zoo. Don't worry about that. Design your own zoo. There's your character, your creatures and animals, and then you are given different tokens, different tiles that will tell you who goes in there. This one says giraffe, so the giraffe pen, and then you morphically put them together. So in some way, if they go together, which would probably be like this way. So this is going to be an ostrich area. So this is for giraffe, but in here shows looks like a monkey. So that'll be a monkey area, maybe. I haven't read the rules, but I have watched enough videos to choke a horse. So what happens in the Facebook community. Card game is similar. You get the tokens, but you get little tokens that instead of meeples, and you're designing your own zoo that way as well. I didn't make holes in the spawn. So nope, we're good to go. Sorry I keep ducking out of frame because that's what I'm doing. Because all right, Moonrakers. I love this game. Moonrakers, you are going from place to place, completing quests, but you need the assistance of other players to complete some of the quests. If your ship isn't cool enough, then you can ask for assistance, but during that time, you have to share the wealth or tokens or whatever it is that helps basically out of a ship. You're going to put the components of the different parts of the ship there, and there's a little card up there that shows you. Oh, and each ship design comes with a matching ship token. So it's a yellow card, yellow ship. What's underneath? That's one in here? Yeah. Orange card, orange ship. So it's pretty cool. There are plenty of cards. There's missions, there's item upgrades, which are not these. These are different missions. What you need to do to complete the mission. The die roll, it needs difficulty 2, so you need 2 die rolls. You can have you roll 1 die, the other player rolls a die, or player rolls both dice. I went in, I got a second set of dice just for hoo-ha's and giggles. And also, I've been saying that a lot lately. Hoo-ha's and giggles. Fancy metal tokens. That wasn't fun. Should I leave them or should I pick them up now? I'll pick them up now. Alright. And hopefully it's just 2 tokens. It looks like there's a spot for 1 more token. I'll find it later. We're going on 33 minutes here. Half hour. And if anybody knows me in real life, I can chat for a long time. But I'm not really chatting, am I? Comes with this, which I think is supposed to separate the other things. A storybook, rule book, score sheet, tokens and upgrades. What did I do with that here? Fancy. It doesn't have the see how Moonrakers is UV spot printed. I put the thing to the bottom. The deluxe version has them like this way, something like that. And there's more ships in the background because you get more ships in the deluxe version. I'm just a basic guy, so I use basic stuff. What else is on the list? I already talked about that. Oh, print and play DM yourself. I got that book that I backed on Kickstarter. Smash Up, Marvel and Goblins. I got that. Let me show you my Smash Up. Yep, I'm over here. So I think this box has to be weighing at least 55 pounds, maybe 50, maybe 35. I don't have a scale on me. The big geeky box, Smash Up. There's a bigger, geekier box, but I do not have it. Here's my factions. Cool. I love this game. I want to get it more to the table. People don't want to play with me. Anyway, Smash Up is a game where you take two factions, put them together, or smash them together. And so you can have pirate dinosaurs or alien wizards or ghost ninjas. That makes sounds good. Bear riders with mutations. These are the basic guys on the front, which is pretty cool. Where can I put this? Here. It's so big. Anyway, I wish there was a scale. So I got the Marvel and the Goblins. Sorry, there's just something in my eye right now. Marvel Edition adds a basic set, gives you 8 factions. So you have enough for a 4-player game. As you're going around the table, you are grabbing one of the factions, another person grabs another faction, another person grabs another faction, and then you work your way backwards. So the first person to pick something is the last person to pick something. So that way it's kind of balances out the game. And goblins are another faction. Little breath of oxygen. Yeah, so I want to thank Monica. She got me these coasters. I like that. It's pretty cool. I had to explain it to my nephew, Colin. I don't know. I did. Because I like board games and like 3 other people. No, I don't. Tentacle Town. Next on the Kickstarter list. Tentacle Town. The town is being attacked by creatures. Or actually, being attacked by tentacles. And the survivors, or the people that live there, are building up the town slowly. I like that it had a little animation on the back. And you are using your meeple to stab the tentacles, bring them back to town, and that's your food supply as well. Skoongili. Is that Skoongili? I'll look that up later. There's the designers. Playing time 2 to 4 players. 2 players, in my opinion, is the best, because my friend Tim comes over, or he used to come over and play. He'll be coming over soon, and we'll be playing all these other games. Kickstarter. Thanks for your support. Also, a lot of times, too, Kickstarters will ask you if you want to put your name into the rule book. And for some reason, it's a lot of extra printing. So you got spear tokens, which you have spear dice now if you want to use those rules. You got money. I took out the insert because I hate inserts. Bags. I love bags. Bags work. Plastic tentacles that you will stick on the board. And there's a couple other pirate meeples that were part of the Kickstarter exclusives. Gems. and you have the different houses. So there's blue, gray, brown, charcoal, yellow, red, and here is your board. I'm not going to do a crystal Lozano and rip my board in half by accident, but there's the setup. Depending on how many players you have, is that right side up? It is not right side up. Depending on the number of players you have, you will set up different locations and or change or put down items on the boards to cover up certain places that you can't go to. Tentacle Town. What was the other one they got? Not a Kickstarter, but technically it was a Kickstarter. Not what I kickstarted. You know what a Kickstarter is? Let me tell you, kids. A Kickstarter is a item that's on a website where if they think they built something that you think you'd like, you give them money, they produce the items for you, and they send it to you. That's a Kickstarter. Or just type in Kickstarter, you'll find one. Bosk. Barnes & Noble. This game came out in 2019. $45. How much did I get it for? $10. $10. You know what it's like? Risk. Risk with plants. So you seed the field with your trees, and as the wind blows, you are going to take off tokens off of a put this on the back. Is that too much light? Too much glare? Let's see what happens if I hit this light. Oh, that's even worse. All right. You were using your trees and having the wind blow your leaves off of your trees, and you can stack other leaves on top of other leaves. And domination of, at the end of a round, you count how many trees you have and how much leaves you have laid down during the windy area thing. Who's it? Bosk. What else do I have? Let me cross my legs here, kids. Rush MD, that's over there. You are playing as medical doctors, and it is real time. So the doctors and the nurses are actual timers based on the Rush Kitchen Rush game where you're creating food, but this one you're saving people. And there's beds that you have to have the patients come into. The front door has the patients coming into the hospital. And as the nurses' timers and doctor timers are turned over, you have to perform certain surgeries or whatever, all with like little forceps and things. Like you're not even using injection. You're taking little pills and putting them into a, I'll show you. It's only 44 minutes. Plenty of time. I ain't going nowhere. It's a behind real quick though. Wash MD. Certain boxes, if I have them like this, I have no problem putting them up because I can't hear about whoosh, some noises and stuff like that inside. I know I got a little pile going on here. You should see the pile on the floor. Artivia games. You are creating your hospital. That's how you create it. And you have your little timers. What's the, there you go. 1 to 4 players, 35 minutes, ages 14 and up. You know why they have to put 14 and up? Because certain times that they have to have the game going through certain channels, they have to see if there's something below that age-wise. They have to inspect the game. That makes the transition of trying to get it from the factory to the person that wanted it on Kickstarter. Oh, the Kickstarter. Back to their house. If you have, they want to detect, make sure that there's chemicals or small objects that a small child can have. Write something in the comments below if I'm wrong. I took that. Okay, so there's a rule book, syringes, but the syringes actually you put, where's the tokens? There's little red tokens in here, and you use your forceps, and you grab them and you put them inside the needle. If says you need 3 cc's of certain medicine to put in your ampule, then you have to put in 3 cubes or 3 blocks. Here's a bed, B2, and got your nurses and that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not going to open this up too far. Other patients and basic timer, which is actually the nurses. That's why they have that color. You know how regular scrub colors? If you work in the medical field, you know basic scrub colors. Anyhow. Now trying to get it back in. The designers. RTB Games. Kickstarter. That's balancing well. Dungeon deck cards. It's tarot cards that have different dungeon pictures on them, and you are designing a dungeon just by stacking them. And then if you're playing a game like Micro Chapbook RPG, or you're playing 4 Against Darkness, you will use those and create your own dungeon that way. Of course, you got to randomize the monsters and the items and item things that are in the room. Item things. What am I spoken? I already did. Print and play. There was another print and play game that I had, and it's kind of like you're man. Don't make me do this. Do 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 do. I know you can still see me, but I can't see myself. Activities. Ghostwriter. So in Ghostwriter, you are you have cards. I have the print and play version, so I have to print it out. It's like 52 something cards, and you are giving people clues, and you write out how many letters, and you can say stop, and the people have to guess what word you're trying to create. And if they have enough clues, then they will say out what it is, but at the same time the other team is trying to do the same thing. And that's Ghostwriter. It's pretty cool. That's why I backed it. What else? I'm waiting for Chaosmos. I just had it on the screen too. Chaosmos Temple, which is coming out for Chaosmos. Chaosmos is a game where you are put out by Joey Fatone. Be right back. You'll see it up there. See? It's not there. That's actually Joe. This is Growl. I love this game. I will go in about this in a couple of seconds. So right there, Joey Vigor. He created Chaosmos, where you are flying around from planet to planet, and you're trying to find the ovoid, which is a egg in a way, and you put them in different envelopes. And so there's so many cards in an envelope on a planet, and a player can go to that planet, look at the items in there. They can take cards from their hand, put them in there like a trap, or take out cards, but they don't. The other players don't know which cards were taken, and you're collecting sets of items. And so the temple will actually increase the difficulty in having a timer in a way, extra stuff to play with, extra races. It's an asymmetric game where each person plays a different race of aliens with special powers. All right. On with Howly Growly Box. This is the Howly Growly Box. If you go to joeyvigor.com/growl. Growl. This is the Howly Growly Box. If I say that one more time, I'm going to slap myself. Slap myself city. Growl is kind of a social deduction game. You're trying to figure out who is the werewolf. There you go. I said it. Werewolf on the back. That was part of one of the expansions with the undead. It's magnetically sealed box. Opens up. There's your rules. I got the extra tokens. So there's both metal and cardboard tokens in here. Howly Growly Box holds expansions for of course, different expansions. The different symbols will locate the expansions. So you got the curses, you got spells, undead, the 7 sins, something else. But I sleeve my cards. You can play up to 15 players, I think, with this box alone, because they give you enough for a few. Anyhow, so you have a stack of cards on the table. You have different nighttime events that will happen after a certain amount of cards are dealt, like the final nights. There's gold. Bites, which if you're a werewolf, you can pass bites. I'll go into that in a little second. Charms, which will help against bites. So for each charm you have, negates a bite. There's wounds and salves. Yes, I call it a salve, not a salve. What is going on over here? Oh, never mind. Other night cards, special effects that are happening on the night card. Again, I'll go over that soon. Wounds. And Salve. What did I call it? Salve. Salve heals wounds. Anyway, so for every wound you have, a salve negates it. Little thing in the corner shows a wound with a don't do it kind of Ghostbuster symbol. So you have a stack of these on the table. You are passing them to other players. The players can see what you're passing to other players. Then when a night happens, you are going to take, whoever's turn it is going to read that. They're going to do the thing, and each person has their hand of cards. They're going to take one card and pass it to the player on the left. They're going to take another card, pass it to the player on the right. Each player is going to do this. So you're going to have your cards down in the center, or you can use your nifty jifty cardboard token that shows the cool artwork. So you're going to place it on top of that. Place your deck on top of that. This is the way we play it. Shuffle it so that way you don't know who gave you what during the nighttime. And then you're going to look at your cards and look at your cards. This is when you die. You died. We had to vote on this symbol. It's pretty cool. You're going to look at your cards and you're like, oh man, I got bit during the night. Oh, shucks. Who did it? Was it him? What was it her? Oh, I'm very, suspicious over here. And the same thing, other people can do the same thing, or they can be just guessing like, oh, me too. I can't believe it. It must be so and so, that kind of thing. And you're trying to deduce who the werewolf is. At the end of 3 nights, then you'll have the final night phase. As you can see, I have to separate these. You'll have a final night, and that's the end of the game. You will exchange your cards, and if you have 3 wounds at the end of any night phase, you're dead. If you have 3 wounds, kills you. If you have salves to stop the wounds, then you're not dead. It has to be a total of 3, minus and subtracting salves. If you have 3 bites at the end of a round, or at the end of a night phase, you are a werewolf, and you will act according to. So if you get more bites, you can pass bites to other players. Players, humans, cannot pass by playing by the rules. You're only reducing the game fun for yourself. So then once one person always starts as the werewolf during the beginning of the setup. If you play with more players, there's going to be multiple werewolves that are starting in the game session. The alpha werewolf, or the prime werewolf, whatever you want to call them, will actually start to howl or growl, like, and then the other players who have converted to werewolves will also growl, and it's a chain of events. And the person not growling is a human. If they are alive, they win. If they are dead with a player who is a human, they also win. As long as there's human players that are surviving, they win. If everybody is converted into a werewolf, the werewolves win. Then, as you saw, the gold cards, the human player that has gold cards converts them into gold, and then you get a stack of gold in front of you as a reward. So you play over 5 to 7 rounds. I think it says 7 rounds in the book. We like to play 5 to 7 rounds, unless you have your other players that don't want to play that long, which doesn't make sense because it boggles my mind when it's like, let's only play 1 turn. No, that's not how you play the game. Anyhow, so when you die, you do that thing. Is it upside down? It's an upside down crow on top of a R.I.P. Headstone. Headstone. Anyway, you can increase the number of players by adding more cards to it. On certain cards at the bottom of it, if you want to play a certain 6 to 9 players, you will take those out. So that way there's the corner it has 6 to 9, so that adds to the player count. If you were playing with less than 6, 3 to 5 is nice. Well, 4 to 5. 4 to 5 is nice. I don't think you can play with 3 players. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's 8, 9, 10. And if you're playing with 8 plus, there's the sniff, which is technically werewolves have a bite card in the beginning of me. Werewolves start with 1 bite card. Everybody else starts with gold cards. And then they will look at the card and go, oh, mm-hmm. And then you deal 3 more cards to those players. And if you're playing with a sniff, you'll do the old, if you want to, everyone, close their eyes. Werewolves, open your eyes and find other werewolves. If you are another werewolf, you see each other, that kind of thing. If you know what I'm referencing, I try to do my best Eric Summerer because that is the best app. It's another game that also goes well over my friends, over my family's house. One Night Ultimate Werewolf app is free. Download it. It's another, you're trying to guess who the werewolf is. If you play with the right players, you will have an excellent time. I brought this to my family's house. Well, there's 7 of us sometimes if we get together. Perfect. At the end of the round, you do your growl and everybody's like, that kind of thing. If I take it to my game group, no busting on my game group. Apparently they're gamers and they have to have a game. Social deduction sometimes isn't a priority up there. And I've played with multiple people and they're like, grr. It's like, what are you doing? You're supposed to growl. Sure. I don't know if they don't know how to growl or they just don't feel the urge to get into the game. Like, I'm a werewolf. I will play as a werewolf. Instead of growl. Whatever. So I got to separate my cards now because I've got them all in one stack. Sleeved cards. I love them. These are just penny sleeves, so they are durable up to a point. If you sleeve games, always make sure you have extra sleeves in case they break or whatever have you. But it makes my game last longer. Anytime you add more expansions onto the game, there is rules in there. Sorry if I'm out of focus. Rules in there to add to extra games. So, long story short, along with Chaosmos, Joey Vigor Games is also putting out an expansion for Growl, which is the oh no, I forgot. Sorry, Joey, if you're watching this, but I'm waiting for those expansions. It's going to be little tuck box, and there was another thing that the more generated, more cards came, and phenomenal. So I can't wait to play with more cards. It's just one of my favorite games. If I play with my family, if I play with my game group, anyway. So yeah, I'll put it again later. Phenomenal. The game coins, metal game coins. If you play with people that like to have fidget spinners or whatever have you, don't put these game coins out until you need to, because people are gonna. It bugs the crud out of me. I threw this in here. This is like a plastic coin you can find in a party shop and stuff like that. Sometimes you need a first player token to start off the game because people are like, I don't know, who wants to go first in a game room. I think I just dropped a thing. Anyhow, I was going to show off a token. It's got the actual, oh, this stinks. Yeah, it's got the actual like werewolf face on it. Look at that. That's phenomenal. On the back, it shows 3. So if you have more than so many tokens, flip it over and you get 3 points. 3 token thing. Maybe? No. Oh, sorry. The darker ones. Darker ones have 1s on them. And the gold coins have the 3s. So you can make change. Unless you're certain players that I play with, they don't like making change. They'll have a stack of 1s to the end of the world and not give up their tokens. And then you're like, okay, here's a couple of 3s. And then you're like, oh, look, now I can give 1s to other players. Anyhow. Oh, subject. I do that a lot. The other game club, game besides Portal Store in Manchester, also local to me, is in Newington. It's called Tabletop. They got rid of their old system, and now they have a new system. So you get a card, and every $100 you spend, you get something. With the Portal Store card, you buy certain things. I think you get 10% off. I could be wrong. What's this? Beetlejuice? Oh. Anyhow. So it's going on 1 hour and 8 minutes. I can ramble forever, but I do have to mow the lawn tomorrow. Oh, over here is a Disney pins. The Disney pin thing. I put that up because you can see the rest of my basement over there. There's a mirror. It's not another room. Another boxes that I have to organize because that's a CD section or DVD section that I have to organize. What else did I have on the list? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I got a new house. I got a new thing. Oh, that's there you go. How to play. And it has an asterisk next to it. So that way, if you have more players, it tells you how many werewolves to start off. What's that other symbol? Gold. Oh, yeah, the gold coin, the gold cards that you're going to be shoveling in with. So you pretty much, all right. You hand out 1 or more cards to other players at first, 1 each, but you've already determined how many gold coins and bytes to shuffle and hand out. And then you're going to add these extra cards shuffled out or handed out to other players. It could be wounds. It could be bytes. You don't know because you've shuffled up the deck very well. And then whatever's left over, and then you create your deck, put that in the center of the table. Play. I love this game. Live action play. That's what we need. Live action play. Anyhow, I put that over there. Cookie Monster. You go to the what's in there? Oh, token. That's the one I lost. Not of this game. Not the other game. This game. Go to the website. You can do a print to play if you want. Or you can buy just basic set of cards. So it plays 3 to 5 players. I want to keep saying 3 to 5 players. This game stinks-ish at 3 players because you're like, one of us 3 is a werewolf. Anyhow. It's basic set. You add 2 sets together. More play. Expansions are nice. I like the spell cards because they're like, what do? I hand you my cards from other side. Anyhow. I got an electric lawnmower. It is battery operated. and that's phenomenal. The grass outside too tall, so reviews were telling me that the battery will last 5 minutes. Some guy on YouTube said it's going to last 7 minutes. Mine lasted a whole hour. I think in the instruction manual it says 45 minutes. I must have been doing something wrong because it lasted too long. And the grass was so long, I think that would have cut back on the time. But anyhow, that's my story. Sticking to it. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. You will find me. I can't, because I'm doing it live. You will find me on Facebook if you type in Falcon Ash K, like this, or find me on YouTube as you do, or find me on Twitter, Falcon Ash. I think it's just Falcon Ash on Twitter. Twitter. I am correct. I was thinking something else. Or email me at falconash71@hotmail.com. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. That one person that came in the beginning of the stream, thanks for being there, but nobody told me nothing about what's going on. I don't think I had chat. Chat was open. Nope. Doesn't tell me anything that was there. Anyhow, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. Falcon Ash K, signing out. Peace.